Hi, everybody. Good morning. I hope you're having a really great day. One thing I would like you to think about is what is your favorite number? My favorite number is the number 8 because it's an even number. And I know that 4 plus 4 is 8. So that's why that's my favorite number. It's just a number, lucky number 8. I see it everywhere. So just a fun little warm up to get started. So we're going to go ahead and begin our lesson. We have been touching base on 3-digit place value numbers, and so we're going to continue reviewing this topic. So let's continue that. So today you're going to understand through a 3-digit place value chart. You're going to represent each digit by a group of hundreds, tens, and ones. So just a little basic intro to this. So the importance of numbers, okay? So single digit numbers are numbers 0 to 9, okay? So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, okay? So 0 is a very important number, especially when we're learning all about place value, because 0 is going to hold a place value in a number, okay? Even though 0 holds no amount, there's nothing, right? If we have 0, we have nothing of something. It still is a very important number, especially like I said, when figuring out the place values of each number, because it holds a very important spot, okay? It has a home, and it's just a very important number. So we're going to get started. So check out this number. We have the number 621. Okay, so we have our ones column here in yellow. This is going to be our single digit numbers. Then we have our orange column here, which is going to be our groups of tens. Okay, so if you count 10, 20, 30, 2-digit numbers. And then we have our group of hundreds. Okay, so or we could say this is our red column, okay? So when we have the number 621, the number 6 is gonna have a home, the number 2 is gonna have a home, the number 1 is gonna have a home, okay? These place value holders are going to be those numbers' homes. That's how I like to think of it, okay? So the ones, there's only one item of that, right? So that's going to be here in the ones column, okay? So now if I have tens, I'm going to have 2 groups of tens, okay? So 2 groups of tens. And if I have hundreds, I'm going to have 6 groups of hundreds, okay? So that means that I'm going to have 621. So let's go ahead and practice. You can go ahead and gather these materials. You can gather one piece of paper, one pencil, and some markers if you'd like. Go ahead and pause this video, grab all those materials, and join us back when you're ready. So we're going to be identifying the place and value of each number, okay? That is all we're going to be focusing on this lesson, is reviewing just the basics of the place and value that each of these numbers hold, okay? So we always start with the ones column when we are talking about place value. So yellow is my ones column, and this number is telling me that there is 2 ones. Okay, so there's 2 objects, so just go ahead and copy this down on your paper. You can go ahead and draw maybe, we can go ahead and draw 2 objects. So let's go ahead and draw that together. Okay, so, let me share my screen with you. Okay, so we're going to draw how many ones there are. So I have a smiley face here. If you would like to draw a smiley face, great. If not, you can draw something else to represent the amount. Now, if I have 1 10, that means I'm going to have 1 group of 10. So we have one group of 10. So now this is called the base 10 cube here, this orange cube that I'm pointing at. So there are 10 cubes here. This is going to always represent our tens column. So in this given problem, we have one group of tens, and then this is going to be our hundreds. So to break it down for you, this is going to be 100 cubes. You do not have to draw all of them. Please do not draw all of them. You could just draw a square. But just so you know, when we are talking about place value, this is what it means by if there's 200, it is 200 of some type of an object. Okay, so in this case, we're using base 10 blocks, so you can visually see, okay, here is 100, here is 200, here is one group of tens, and here is 2 ones. Okay, now let's go ahead and move on to our next problem. So in this one, we have 5 ones. So we are going to put 5 smiley faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And for this one, we are going to put, now it is telling me that we have 4 tens. So we can go ahead and push this over a little bit just so we have some room here. So we have 5 ones. Now we have 2 groups of tens. So right now we have 4 groups of tens. So right now I only have 1. I need to draw 3 more. So here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so now I have 4 groups of tens. Now it's telling me I have 2 groups of 100. Okay, so this is one group. I need 1 more. So now I have 2 groups of 100s. So all together, we have 5 ones. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 groups of tens, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have 2 groups of hundreds, 1, 2. So now we can read this number as 245. So go ahead and take a minute to just draw out. You could, for this given assignment, go ahead and just draw out a tens block. You don't need to separate it into blocks. And for this one, just go ahead and draw a square, and just know that when you see a square, that represents 100s. When you see these cubes or blocks, they represent 10, and our single objects are going to be ones. Okay, let's move on. So now here we have some that are laid out for us. So ones, this tells me that I have 3 ones. So I need to draw how many more? 2 more to represent 3 ones. Okay, so now I have my 3 ones. Now it says, oh my goodness, I have 9 tens. So let's draw out 9 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So now we have 9 tens. And then so far I have 100s, but we need 2 more. So we're gonna go ahead and, make 2 more. 1, 2, and 3. All together, I have 300, 9 groups of 10, and 3 ones. This is telling me that there is 300, 9 tens, and 3 ones. So the way I'm going to read my number is 393. 393. So now let's move on to the next one. We could do this one together, and then the next couple you can do on your own or with my help as well. So again, we have some that are, we have some objects that are here, some groups, but we need to finish our problem. So right now it's asking us to identify the value of each number. So we have 5, but we're missing some objects, okay? So right now we have one group of 1. We need 4 more. Now we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. All right. And now we have 6 groups of 10s. Oops, 6 groups of 10. So I have 1 currently right here. We need to go ahead and make 5 more. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I have 6 groups of 10. We know this to be true because in each group there are 10 blocks. Okay, so we have 6 groups of 10. And now we have 4 groups of 100. So I need 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. So now all together I have 400s, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6 groups of 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I have 5 groups of 1s, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. My number, how I read it, is 465. So now I want for you guys to try this one. We can try it a little bit without my help. So we have 1s, right? My problem is telling me that I need 9 1s. So far, I only have 1, so we are going to draw, we are going to draw 8 more. So we have 1. Go ahead and count how many more you believe that you need. And then we will talk about that as soon as I'm done. So we needed to make 8 more. So now we have 9 1s. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 groups of 1s. Now we have our 10s. Oh, it's telling us we only need 1 group of 10s. So that's great. But it's telling me we need 700s. So we need 700s. I have 1. Let's go ahead and add how many more till we get to 7. Go ahead and do that yourself. Go ahead and draw them. All right, so all together you should have drawn 6 more. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 groups of 100. Is that true? It sure is. We have 7 in the hundreds place. So that means I must represent by 7 of the squares that have 100 in each group. Do we have 110s? We sure do, right here. 1 group of 10s. And then do we have 9 1s? We do, right here. We have 9 groups of 1. All right, let's go ahead and do this other one together again. Try and work on your own if you are able to. So now we have in our ones column, we have how many? Go ahead and draw out how many more we need. So we needed 4 more. Altogether, we have 5. Let's move on to our tens place. Our tens place is telling us that we need 5, but right now we only have 1, so we are going to draw how many more? 4 more. So altogether, we should have 5 groups of tens. Now we have a big number here for our hundreds column. We have 2, but it's telling me we need 8. So go ahead and draw 8 of the cubes. 8 groups of 100, and I will do the same here. Okay, let's make that a little bit more even. So all together we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many hundreds do I have? 800, right? 8 groups of 100. We are representing that by showing our base 10 blocks. How many groups of 10 do I need and how many do I have in the tens column? I have 5. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We do. Good job. How many ones is my ones column telling me that I need? 5. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great job, boys and girls. So we don't have time to go over any more. However, I would like you guys to have a little bit of a little homework challenge. I want for you to go ahead and make up any 3-digit number. Go ahead and draw just like we were doing. Oh, how about this? So for your challenge, you guys can do this problem that I was going to originally do with you. Take the number 932, write that on your piece of paper right now, and go ahead and draw the correct amount of objects to represent your ones column, to represent your tens column, and to represent your hundreds column, okay? Write that number 932 and identify which column, which place value is each number holding, right? Which place value is the 9 in? Which place value is the 3 in? Which place value is the 2 in, right? Those are all place value digits and place value holders. You're going to be identifying, remember, the hundreds column, which is always the number that is where we start. In the middle, it's always going to be the tens column. At the end, it's always going to be the ones, okay? So I hope you guys had a lot of fun doing this lesson. I know I had fun teaching you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and see you next time.